Minister Keir Starmer saying that all citizens of the UK will have to play a part in the defence of the nation as he launched the government's Strategic Defence Review. The proposals include plans to spend £15 billion on modernising Britain's nuclear weapons, as well as building new munitions factories and submarines. But there's no firm commitment to increase defence spending to 3% of national income during the next Parliament. Here's our political correspondent, Harry Farley.
Up to 12 new attack submarines, boosting stockpiles of ammunition, including these Storm Shadow missiles, and a new cyber command. Commitments as part of today's review of the threats we face. Russia at the top of the list.
I'm delighted to introduce you to our Prime Minister, Keir Starmer.
The Prime Minister was at a weapons manufacturer in Glasgow this morning, saying the country must move to war-fighting readiness.
Things have changed. In the world of today, the front line, if you like, is here. The threat we now face is more serious, more immediate, and more unpredictable than at any time since the Cold War.
Most think to meet those threats, spending on defence needs to reach 3% of our economic output. The Prime Minister was asked when that target would be hit.
I'm not going to put arbitrary dates on that percentage. We will do that as we did with 2.5 in a work-through way to deliver the capability that we need under this review.
For now, 3% remains an ambition, not a commitment.
We're going to hear at the NATO summit coming up quite shortly that NATO is going to call for an increase to 3.5%, with possibly up to 5% in the future. So these are real challenges for our Prime Minister and Chancellor of the Exchequer to think about government spending priorities. And if they're serious about making this country safe, they've got to find a way of making more money available to the Ministry of Defence to deliver on the ambition set out in this Strategic Defence Review.
We've all agreed, even 2.5% doesn't cut it. What that does is it basically supports all the current programmes in the MOD, but if we want to go further, as we all think we do, we need to get towards 3%, and so we need real clarity from the government on how much they are actually going to commit to spending on 3%.
Previous governments have devastatingly cut troop numbers. The Conservatives cut the troop numbers, and we do recognise that we need increasing troop numbers. And even during this Labour government, they've also numbers have been going down as well, and recruitment is just not what it needs to be.
The Prime Minister's argument is that spending more on defence can create new jobs and industries across the country. Advisers in government that I've been speaking to say they are conscious that fewer people now have a connection to the military, and they need to not only warn of the dangers, but talk up the opportunities.